How's it going, gamers? Luis here with Gaming Vlog Network, and one of my most requested videos this summer has been my setup in my office tour while I was dorming in college. Now in the summer, I'm here with my parents visiting home, so I have a completely new setup, and so a lot of you guys have been wanting to see that. So if you guys like the idea of this video, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe, because I'm probably going to do a new gaming setup tour later this year when I move to my new apartment next month. So here we have the big bookshelf of video games and plushies and everything, and pretty much you guys have seen this in the videos a lot of times now. On the top shelf we have all my plushies, so I have a somewhat big collection. I have a Pac-Man, Angry Bird, Link, and I even have this little Mario stand up here that holds my DSi. I'm a big fan of Adventure Time and Kingdom Hearts, so I have a little King Mickey figure from Kingdom Hearts. And then back here I have a little BMO plushie, although he's not really video game themed, I guess. He is a video game himself, so I decided to put him up there, and I have the usual Mario and the Yoshis. I think this is kind of cool. This is something I got at the PlayStation party at E3 a while back, and I just never threw it away because I thought it was cool. It's a PlayStation Plus official water bottle. Something people probably think is really weird, but I thought it was really neat, so it's up there with the shelf with everything else. On the next shelf down here, I have all my video games. Well, not really all of them, all the physical games I own. So a lot of the games I actually buy nowadays, because of the reviews and everything, are digital. So either when I get a review copy of a game, they send it to me in the form of a code, and so I don't have a physical copy, I just download it onto the console. So if you guys are wondering why I don't have that many physical games, that's probably why. I have them organized by platforms, so I have the Wii U, the Wii, GameCube, PS3, and actually I only own one physical copy each of a PS1 and Xbox One game. I have The Last of Us Remastered physically, and then Titanfall physically, and that's it really for in terms of next or current generation game consoles. That's all I got. The Wii U itself only has 32 gigabytes of storage, so that's the reason why I have actual physical copies for those games, because unlike the PS4 and the Xbox One, I actually need to buy them physically in order to keep them all. I don't want to keep deleting them or re-downloading them and all that stuff. Down here I have some random knickknacks. I have a Game Boy Color right here. This is my original one. I grew up playing this as a kid. It has Tetris in it right now. And then right next to it I have some collectible items. So I have the copy of the Super Smash Bros. Soundtrack, Majora's Mask soundtrack, and Ocarina of Time. Down here I have a copy of Persona 4 Golden. Again, one of the very only games I actually own physically for my Vita. Everything else I have digitally downloaded. I got this little DS case, carrying case from Club Nintendo a while back, but you know, as you probably know, that place has been shut down now. I have a random copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Genesis. It's complete, it has the manual and everything, really random. And then just a couple of Blu-rays that I bought a long time ago, like Tron Legacy, Scott Pilgrim, 500 Days of Summer, Wreck-It Ralph. And then down here I have some boxes for games, items that really are bigger than normal DVD cases. So I have an Elgato, the Collector's Edition of Smash Brothers, the Collector's Edition of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and then here I have some business cards. I have just random cards I get from like different press events from people I connect with, and then my own business cards that I usually give out at the show too. On this third shelf is usually where I keep my iPad and my laptop. The MacBook is a 2012 mid-range MacBook Pro 13-inch. That's usually what I edit on when I'm on the go. Let's say at conventions like an Anime Expo or E3. This is what I usually take with me to edit on the go. And then I have an iPad. The iPad really is just something my school made me buy last year for a biology class, and that's the reason I own it. I don't really use it too much, besides I guess now I do a series where I list my top 5 favorite free games, so that's one big use I use for it, at least on the channel. And an email, and that's really about it. I don't really use it that much. Down here at the bottom I have all my game controllers, so I have some N64 controllers, a PS2 controller, PS3, Wii, a bunch of Wii controllers, so I have the Wii remotes, the classic controllers, the nunchucks, I have the Pro controllers for the Wii U, and then the GameCube controllers. And up here is usually where I have my actual like Xbox One and PS4 controller, but occasionally I'll just move them onto the desk, so when I'm playing games they're just there for me ready to use. And then down here is all like a book collection really. There are strategy guides, some art books. So if you guys didn't know, I'm a big fan of the Avatar: The Last Airbender series, so I have like the art book to the series itself. Really big fan of it. And then, I'm sure you guys know this, I'm a really big fan of the Persona series. And so I also have one of the art books for the games. This is Persona 4's art book. and they're all linked down in the description if you want to get a copy for yourself. I actually sketch in my free time as well, so I have this little sketchbook, but it's really unorganized. I have some sketches of some Kingdom Hearts characters, some random things I'm really into, and they're just really all over the place. If you know some of these drawings and where they're from, leave them in the comment section below. I'd be curious to see if any of you guys can actually guess where some of these are, specifically the non-video game ones and the anime ones. But some drawings I do in my free time, I guess. I'm not really that good. Here we have like the main office setup. This is a 21.5 inch 2011 iMac. It's not really that up to date anymore. It has, I think, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a terabyte hard drive, and you know, the stock range of whatever the iMac had at that time. I don't even remember. I think it's like 2.5 gigahertz Intel i5, if I remember correctly. Over here I have my Yeti microphone. This is what I use to edit on like just on my desktop and I have to voice over something. The keyboard is just the Mac wireless keyboard that came with it. I have a 16 button wired mouse from Shark that they sent to me. Really cool people. This mouse pad is a custom made from Cow Art, I think, or Art Cow. It's a Kingdom Hearts 2 mouse pad. I'm a really big fan of the series, and so I got that made because I really like Kingdom Hearts. Underneath the iMac I have a 1 terabyte hard drive. This is where I store all my video game footage, so if I'm recording something for my Elgato for a review or something, that's usually where all that is stored, and then it just usually comes in handy when I have to edit on the go. And so that's where I usually carry all my files, so I have them all in one secured single place. So down here next to the computer I have all my gaming handhelds. So I have a PlayStation Vita. This is a first generation Vita from Japan. I actually imported this thing way before it came out here in North America, so guess how much I had to pay for this thing? Leave that in the comments below. That's going to be a really fun game, knowing that this thing is pretty much a brick nowadays if you don't like JRPGs. Down here I have a PlayStation TV, which is essentially a Vita just that plugs into the TV, so this is routed over to this television, and it was only 40 bucks, so great deal on that. Over here I have a new 3DS XL, got that at launch, play this all the time. Back here I have some recording stuff like an HDMI splitter so I could actually capture the footage coming from that PlayStation TV. And then I have this little USB dongle thing that charges up to 6 USB devices. So to the right of my iMac we have a 24-inch Vizio television set. This is basically just a second monitor for my computer. It really comes in handy for video editing and multitasking, so that's really the only reason why I bought this thing. I don't actually use it as a television. The only thing I have plugged in here besides my computer is my PlayStation TV, and that's only when I actually need to record something or things of that nature. Right next to my television set is an Elgato HD game capture. This is the capture device that I use to capture literally all of my gameplay, so anything you see on this channel, may it be Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo, it's captured through that device. Above my computer I have some random stuff framed up and just nailed to the wall. I have this Persona 4 Teddy plushie. I bought this really recently on Amazon for I think like $12. So if you want to check that out, I'll have the link to that in the description. Here is probably the weirdest thing I have on my wall. It's a picture of Sakurai as Jesus Christ with all these Smash Brothers characters surrounding him, and then a copy of Wii U and 3DS Smash Brothers. Literally, I just decided to frame it because I thought it was hilarious, so I thought it'd be an awesome, just funny thing to hang up on my wall. And that's why it's there, really. Next to that is a sketch or a drawing that my friend Jenny made for me. It's me as a Persona 4 character, sort of. If you want to check out her artwork, I'll have a link to that in the description below as well. She does some really cool drawings. And then up here is a diamond pickaxe that I got from a Goodwill, I think a long time ago. It was like $2, and I was like, that'd be really cool to hang up on the room, so I bought that, and it's been there ever since. So here's like the meat of the gaming setup. It's the actual entertainment center. We have a PlayStation 4, this is the launch model, has an iCarbon skin on there, so that's why it's white. Right next to it is an Xbox One, which was the Sunset Overdrive model, or bundle. That's why it came with Sunset Overdrive, and it's white. Really cool looking design. Up here we have the Wii U gamepad that's rocking an NES decal from Decal Girl. I really like it, and I think it's better than the black glossy design that's like pretty much just a fingerprint magnet. So that's the reason why I have that skin on it. If you want to check it out for yourself, again, link in the description below. Up here we have a really old, I think it's 42-inch Samsung television set. I've had this forever, pretty much, ever since I started this channel. I've had it for a long time, so it's probably in need of an upgrade pretty soon. This is pretty much where I play all my console games, so the Wii U, the PS4, and the Xbox One are all connected to this thing, and very much like that television set, that's pretty much all it's for. I don't really watch TV, so I don't even have, even though I actually have cable in this house, I don't have it connected to this television because I just don't really watch TV at all. On the right side of the setup we have this little box, which is pretty much just a bunch of memory cards, flash drives, so I actually have some GameCube memory cards in there. For a GameCube that I don't even own anymore. And then right next to it I have a PlayStation 3. This is the 320 gigabyte slim model, the second slim model, and that's pretty much where I play a bunch of my favorite games. I don't have it connected right now, it's just there because I want to play it sometimes, so occasionally I'll reconnect it, play some Persona 4 Ultimax on there, or play some Catherine, things like that. Really fun console. Up on top of it I have a Wii U. This is a 32 gigabyte launch model. Again, it has the NES D-pad that the gamepad was rocking, and then I also have a GameCube adapter connected to it, so that's how I play my Smash Brothers. I have to play with the GameCube controller. And then right next to it is an amiibo collection, so I have the Inkling Girl, Mario, a custom Pink Yoshi, Pikachu, Link, and I have some little Android figures right here too, because they kind of just fit in with the mix. And that's pretty much my Nintendo Wii U setup. And that does it for my gaming setup tour. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, please be sure to smash that like button. It really helps me out, and don't forget to subscribe. It'll notify you whenever I release a new video. Sometime in the next couple of months I'll be moving to my new apartment, so I'll probably do an update of this setup tour later, because it's probably going to look a lot different than the way it looks now. And if there's something you saw in the video that I didn't link to in the description, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do my best to find you a link. That way you can go ahead and check it out. Thank you all for supporting the channel and being some awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.